Hi everyone, happy Thursday. I was pretty determined to get this out to you on a Thursday. So I didn't have time this morning. I was hoping I would, but I've had a pretty big day and I left the house quite early these days for me, 8 o'clock. So I already have my makeup on. So I decided that maybe we could do a Thursday afternoon drink. Cheers. I just thought maybe you could pour a wine. I know some people go home and make a cocktail and watch my episode of a Friday night. Pour yourself a drink, strap yourself in. Today I'm brought to you by Cloudy Bay. Ebony bought me this Chardonnay when I retired, and it's a very nice drop. It's spenny in comparison to what I normally would spend on a glass of wine, but it's very nice, very, very nice. Maybe smooth. I don't know what I'm trying to sound fancy, but it just tastes all right. Tastes pretty good. So I thought I would have a wine with you. We did crack the wine the other night, and so there's a little bit left in the bottle. So what's a girl to do? You know, we can't leave it just sitting in the fridge. That's ridiculous. So so I just thought I'd pour a wine, have a chat, keep you updated on what's been happening. I've actually had a pretty good week this week. It's I cancelled all my appointments. I think I've got one physio tomorrow afternoon. That's it. But I cancelled everything. I did no PT, no exercise physiologist, no other specialists. I just cancelled it all. And Lisa came down on Sunday. That's my sister, Bib. In our family, we've got Bernadette, Bib and Snef. So they're Bernadette, me, Therese. Lisa is Bib and Steph is Snef. But she's evolved to Steph because she's probably a bit more sophisticated. So Bib came down, took a couple of days long service leave, and she came down from Bundaberg and hung out with me for a few days. So I wanted to clear up some space for that. And so we hung out together. We went to Bam Bam, which is probably my favourite brekkie spot on the coast. It's down at Broadbeach, so it's a little bit of a drive, like not doable, but it is a bit of a drive, but it is a really nice one to go to. It's a bakery, but they have beautiful food, beautiful coffee, and I have been known to have breakfast and breakfast dessert. So I had a gift voucher to spend from there. Ali, my old director, gave me a gift voucher because we had been there together once, and so we went and spent the gift voucher, and there was a bit of money left over, so we may or may not have bought a few pastries. We bought 3 and we shared them here when we came home in the afternoon, but oh my god, next level, just beautiful. We had an almond croissant, a Cinnabon cruffin, which is like a mix between a muffin and a croissant. What was the other thing? It was like a almond shoe pastry thing. It was just divine. And you know, I'm just following doctor's orders. They've told me I need to keep weight on. So, you know, what am I supposed to do, really, when faced with Bam Bam? You've got to do what they say, follow doctor's orders. So that was just lovely. We had a brekkie one day with Mum and my Max and also Lisa, which was also nice. We had that was at Substance Espresso, which is becoming one of my favourites at Runaway Bay. It's really close, but it's beautiful, great coffee. So we went there. And then yesterday I went to the gully at Coomera and had a brunch with a couple of ladies from work, Nat and Elva, who have been at work a very long time, and just beautiful, beautiful ladies. Nat brought her little 4-year-old twinnies who were just like the most well-behaved children I've ever seen. I would not even venture to do that when my kids were 4 years old, but Nat's kids were just they're so lovely, little Gigi and Rafi. So that was really lovely as well. Today I actually went back to work, not to work, but just to say hey. I wanted to catch up with one of the ladies that used to work on my team a few years ago, and she'd retired to Harvey Bay and was down in Brisbane. So we had a coffee downstairs at the coffee shop downstairs from work, and then I went upstairs and saw everybody. I got there at 9:30 and I didn't actually leave until 3 o'clock. I felt like I'd actually done a shift, but it was really good. My tank is full. Like, talked a lot of work talk, which was for me great, because I just want to know what's going on, that everything's running smoothly, and yeah, and I love hearing about what everyone's doing, and especially within my team, seeing like people, you know, making sure they're still happy and that they're getting to do some things that, you know, make them happy, I suppose, and help them to progress. So that was really nice. I have had a lovely day. I'm totally exhausted, and I feel like I've earned my wine tonight. Like, yeah. Actually, talking of wine, yeah. So really nice week. It was a nice week not doing stuff as well, which was quite eye-opening for me, because I think I've kind of realized like going to the gym has really been, as much as I love that, it's been upsetting me a little bit, because each week it's where I see my decline the most. Like, I could do it last week, I can't do it this week, or that was harder this week, or I couldn't lift my leg over the rower where last week I could. So it's been nice not to have to focus. Well, I don't have to focus, but I was focusing on what I couldn't do, or the decline. So this week I haven't noticed it so much because I haven't been to the gym. But I still want to keep active, and I'll see what I do next week. But I started doing a bit of swimming in the pool downstairs. I live in an apartment, and there's a lovely pool downstairs and also a spa. So I've started doing that, and that's made me feel really nice at the end of the day. Like, when I feel tired, it's really refreshing to jump in the pool and then have a swim, and then jump in the spa and just chill out in the bubbles. And the spa is really warm. It's like a bath, so it's just lovely. And I did that a couple of days with Bib. We went in each night that she was here. Yeah, so that was really good. And I can walk with my new shoes. How cool. Like, my orthotics are working. So that's making it much easier for me to walk. Not as painful, because it was hurting because my foot has collapsed in. So really good that I can be a bit more active in that way. So that's another thing. So we thank the foot guy for that. Yeah, and the physio guy was really helpful. Helped me sort out my OT problems. I got like a little hook thing that I can do the button up with now, so my shorts can come out of retirement for a bit longer. And it's also got like a hook on it that helps me do zips up as well. The bra has arrived and it works. Finally, I've gotten a bra that works. So that has been so good this week, to be able to put a bra on, and it's not ugly. It's not big, thick straps. It's nice little thin straps. I really don't mind it. It's probably not the most supportive bra, but you know, it's doing the job. So much better. I can get it on and I'm happy about that. So we've had a few wins this week, which has been really good. Lisa cooked up a whole heap of food for me. So my freezer is full and my fridge is full, which was amazing. She did just some things that have been like clean my fridge out, got all Ebony's food out of the cupboard since she's moved and put it in on the table so that Ebony can take it. Coloured my hair. Even just when I got out of the shower, she like brushed my hair for me so I didn't have to do it, which is you know, stopped me being as fatigued. So then I could use my energy to go to the shops with her and go for brekkie and use it to do hand to mouth too. eat the pastries. Yeah, so that was really good. Lisa went home on Wednesday, so but then I had like a couple of things on, so it worked really well. I thought this week I just might answer a few questions for you that are coming up a little bit. Wine time. One of them is like, what treatment am I having, if any? And the answer is I'm actually not having any. There is one tablet that I could take that may give me an extra 3 months, but I've decided not to go down that path. I just, it didn't sound like it really did much, like, you know, and as soon as I said, no, I don't want to do that, the neurologist and my GP were like, okay. I just feel like an extra 3 months, I'm not sure I even want. Like, if I could have 3 months guaranteed now when I'm reasonably well, that would be fine. But I don't want 3 months at the end when I'm, you know, struggling to breathe, or, you know, all of those other things that are happening. So I've decided not to do that. And I think my family are fairly respectful of that as well. Yeah, so I'm not having any treatment. I'm not chasing a cure. I've decided not to do that. I've just decided to use my time to do the things I love, and that is having a coffee, having a wine. Like, I love my wine glasses, and every time I have a drink of wine out of this wine glass that's stemless, like, I feel like I've made it now that I've got stemless wine glasses. By the way, when I got them a couple of years ago, I'm like, I have made it. I've got stemless wine glasses. But yeah, like, little things like that make me happy, and that's really all I need to do. I don't want to spend time chasing treatments and therapies and stuff, because, like, my time is precious, and that may change down the track. I might decide to change my mind. You know, if I deteriorate, it could be, you know, that I decide I want to do that. But at the moment, no, I don't. I've just decided to live each day in the moment, and try and do something every day that brings me joy. And I've been fairly successful at that so far. I haven't had too many down days as well. And, like, a lot of people also ask me, do I want to go on any, like, clinical trials? Like, and they'll tell me about clinical trials and stuff. And I guess my answer is kind of similar, in that I don't want to do that. I think if you had asked me before I was diagnosed with this, I probably would have said I would be one of those people that had done that. But again, like, my time is precious, and I don't want to be thinking, talking, breathing MND. You know, I just want to go and have a coffee every day, and try different coffee shops and catch up with my beautiful friends. And yeah, so I really don't want to do that. And I don't know, like, some of me feels like that's a little bit selfish as well, but at the same time, I just think, you know, I haven't been selfish my whole life, like, you know, and I don't have a lot of time left, and I really need to just do what makes me happy. And at the moment, I'm having happy days. Nearly every day I'm happy. So that's what's important to me. So that's what I'm doing for now. Again, that may change down the track, but for right now, that's kind of where I'm sitting. Another big one that I get asked is, am I scared to die? And honestly, I'm not. I'm really not. And I don't know. I probably, like, I've had some training, because I've got a counsellor background, and I've had training in, like, acceptance and commitment therapy, and also, like, in mindfulness and stuff like that. And I really feel like that kind of training is helping me now. I think also my personality is to be accepting. I have been very accepting of the cards that I've been dealt throughout my life, and that hasn't really changed now. I really think there is no point stressing about stuff. And even, like, Jack, my son that I had that passed away when he was 17, and he had quite severe cerebral palsy. But the way I used to kind of operate with him was, I'll stress when someone tells me I need to stress. Until then, I'm not going to stress. So that's pretty much what I'm doing now. Like, I don't need to stress. At the moment, you know, the 3 things that I need to be able to do, breathe, talk and walk, are still happening. So I really don't need to be too worried about anything else. I know at the end of this disease it can be pretty terrible, but I also do know that there's plenty of drugs available, and that'll be my time to be a druggie. Just hit me up with the morphine and I'll be fine. So I'm really not scared to die. I'm not thinking about it too much. I'm thinking about today. And I've really, because this disease is so unpredictable and everybody is quite different, that I can't think about when I can't walk, because I don't even know if I won't be able to walk. You know, I don't know that. So I just have to wait and see how it all pans out. And I feel like even though my disease is progressing quite quickly, it will still be a gradual process, you know. So, you know, things will deteriorate one by one, or maybe a couple of things at a time, but it's not going to be an overnight thing. Like, I can tell my legs are getting worse. I'm actually quite accepting of, even if I had to go in a wheelchair, like to go to the shops or something like that, I'd be fine with that, because I do have trouble kind of standing for long periods of time, and it does wear me out. I find myself having to sit down a bit when I go to the shops, but I'm not really too bothered by that. I probably will be bothered by not being able to talk. I feel like that's probably the one thing that that will bother me, but I just am really not spending a lot of time thinking about it, because there's no point, because again, we don't know if that's going to happen or not happen. And I don't know, I just think it'll be a pretty miserable existence if I just stressed about what might happen, or even what will happen before it happens. To me, that seems like a waste of my time, and it's going to wreck my day. So that's kind of where I sit there. I'm fine to die. I'm actually probably more scared of living in a state that I'm not happy with. So, you know, not being able to communicate, not being able to move, and all of those things, that probably would be a bit scary to me. But again, I'm not really thinking too much on that or focusing on that. And I just pray that that when we do get to that stage is not very long, if that happens. So that's my thinking. So they're those questions, but I know that's a bit full on, and some people have said these are hard to watch, and I guess they probably are, but I'm just really telling you how I'm feeling and what my experience is. And I know for some people that can be quite confronting, but for me, I've always been fairly honest and transparent, and like I talk, and that's how I get through things, is by talking and having a joke. And I know I'm totally inappropriate with the jokes, and they can be, people are quite shocked by them sometimes, but that's how I'm managing. So, you know, I guess that's my journey, and that's kind of how I'm choosing to do it. So yeah, that's kind of where we are with that. If you've got any more questions that you want to know, please pop them down, and I'll answer them next week. So yeah, there's just a few. Those ones that I've answered today are ones that come up quite a bit, so I just thought I would answer them. The movie that I watched last week was Official Secret. It's to do with the search for nuclear weapons in Iraq before the Iraq War. Fascinating. Really, really good movie. I quite enjoyed that. Sorry, I'm just doing that because Max has just gotten home. He's going to upset my video.
Hello, everybody.
Go in your room. Get to your room. Yeah. Yeah, so that was really good. Total Control is out again, so that started not last Sunday, but the Sunday before. So I've got that to catch up on as well, which I really love. That. Also had little Haley on the weekend, my little granddaughter, and again, you know, that brings me joy. So more days filled with joy, family, friends. Just so blessed to have so many friends who really care about me, that are like driving from Brisbane to see me. It was, today I actually just came home just feeling really good, really super loved, and just so lucky to be, to have so many beautiful people in my life. Just really, really lucky. All right, well, I'm going to wrap it up there. We'll have another. Cheers. I'll see you next week. It might be a makeup or a wine. Let me know what you prefer. Happy to do either. Probably can't do both at the same time. You know, that could be a bit tricky, but thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all your feedback. I'm glad that you get something out of these videos and you get to keep up to date. And I totally get that, you know, some of the content can be a little bit confronting, but at the end of the day, I want to keep everyone updated who wants to be updated, and I want this to be there for my kids. Like some of my kids watch them the minute they come out. Some take a couple of days. Max hasn't watched any. Ziggy's watched one. But I feel like after I'm gone, it'll be there. So they'll always have it, and they'll be able to look back on it and know, you know, that they are loved, and this is their mum and grandma, and so it's there for them when they're ready as well. So anyway, I'm drinking up. I might need to pour another one. I think there's enough left for me to have another one. Yep, there is. All right, well, have a good night and a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.